Most people think life after 80 is a slow fade out, a gentle slide into smaller days, smaller movements, and smaller possibilities. That belief is everywhere, quiet, persistent, and completely wrong for the 5% of older adults who keep defying the rules. Not because they're superhuman, and not because they've been lucky, but because they've understood something most people never figure out until it's too late. Aging isn't the enemy, stagnation is. Today we're talking about 5 things only a tiny fraction of seniors over 80 can still do. And yes, they're physical, they're emotional, they're cognitive, they're human. They're the kinds of abilities that separate people who merely survive aging from the ones who stay fully alive inside it. And before you start shaking your head, remember this. No matter where you are right now, fit, tired, limited, energetic, your future is still shapeable. Age doesn't lock the door. Habit does. Let's start with the first ability that only a rare few keep after 80. 1. Taking on new challenges without fear. Almost everyone over 80 gets told the same quiet lie. Just take it easy now. It sounds caring, but it's actually poison, because the mind follows the instructions it hears most often. If people are surrounded by messages that say they should shrink, they start shrinking. Not physically, mentally. The rare 5%? They never stop experimenting with life. They try new hobbies, new routes, new skills, new technology. They're not fearless. They're just not afraid of being beginners. One woman I met in my early career was 84 and had just started learning Italian. She didn't need it. She wasn't moving to Rome. She didn't even like pasta. But she said something I'll never forget. Curiosity is the only part of me I refuse to let age. This ability isn't about language courses or travel. It's about keeping the mind elastic. Neuroplasticity doesn't disappear after childhood. It slows, sure, but it never shuts off. And you don't need perfect memory or sharpness to pursue something new. You just need the willingness to look silly and try anyway. If you can still approach life with, why not, instead of, what if something goes wrong? You're already in the 5%. 2. Maintaining real physical power. Not gym memberships or fancy routines. Real power, the kind that lets you get up from a chair without using your hands, walk upstairs without leaning on the railing, carry your own groceries, lift your grandchildren, step up onto a curb without hesitation. Most people lose these abilities not because their body gives up, but because they stop using them long before they actually have to. The 5% remain stubbornly, almost annoyingly intentional about movement. They stretch their joints. They take stairs on purpose. They squat to pick something up instead of bending like a hinge. They protect their balance like it's gold. And as a result, they keep mobility far beyond what doctors expect. I once observed a study group of seniors in their 80s and 90s. Some could stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Some couldn't lift their foot off the floor at all. The difference wasn't health or diagnosis. It was growth mindset versus decline mindset. If you're still moving your body in ways that challenge it, even mildly, you're doing something only a small fraction of your age group is still managing. And every day you keep that up, you're buying yourself more years of independence. 3. Deep emotional understanding. This one surprises people. But emotional intelligence can peak late in life, if you let it. Many seniors stop expressing themselves, not because they don't feel things deeply, but because they're tired of being dismissed, tired of being talked over, tired of being treated like they're fragile or outdated. So they lock their feelings inside. But the 5% don't shut down. They open up. They talk honestly. They apologize when they're wrong, even at 85. They admit when they're lonely. They ask for clarity instead of stewing in resentment. They've learned the difference between reacting and responding, and that makes their relationships deeper, calmer, and more meaningful than ever before. The great irony? Aging doesn't limit emotional depth. It reveals it. But only if you're brave enough to speak plainly. And here's the real secret. People who stay emotionally open also stay mentally flexible, socially connected, and psychologically resilient. All three are predictors of longevity. So if you can still say, I was hurt by that, or I'm proud of myself today, or I need help, congratulations. Your emotional strength puts you in a rare club. 4. Keeping a sharp and curious mind. Let's be clear. Sharp doesn't mean perfect recall of every birthday since 1962. It means staying engaged with the world, remembering what day it is because you actually have things to do, following conversations because you're truly listening, staying curious about why people behave the way they do, caring about the news or the garden or the neighbor's dog or the book you read last week. The 5% aren't necessarily geniuses. They just never stop thinking. They ask questions. They analyze. They remain mentally awake. Research shows that the people who maintain cognitive health the longest do one thing incredibly well. They use their brains in multiple ways. Not crossword puzzles alone, not reading alone, but varied, meaningful mental activity that has real-world relevance. A man I worked with once at age 87 still ran the finances for his community club. Not because he needed to, but because he enjoyed being useful. And his brain stayed powerful because of it. Cognitive strength after 80 isn't magic, it's maintenance. 5. Choosing joy, not just safety. Most people after 80 live cautiously, and some caution is wise, of course. But extreme safety, avoiding all risk, all spontaneity, all excitement, has a cost. It makes life small. The 5% still choose joy. Not recklessness, not danger, joy. They laugh every day, they look for beauty, they stay open to surprise. They say yes to the things that make them feel alive, even if they're inconvenient or tiring or imperfect. They know their energy is finite, so they spend it on what matters. Joy is a skill, a discipline, a daily decision, and the seniors who practice it are the ones who stay vibrant long after the world assumes they should be dimming. I've seen 90-year-olds with more spark than people in their 40s because they never gave up on delight. If you can still find something to look forward to, even something tiny, you're doing something extraordinary. Why only 5% keep all 5 abilities? Not because the other 95% are lazy, not because they're weak, not because they failed, because society conditions older adults to shrink, to step back, to depend, to disengage, to stop trying. And slowly, piece by piece, people hand over their independence without ever realizing that they had a choice. But the truth is this. Most age-related decline is loss of use, not loss of ability. Your body adapts to what you demand of it. Your mind adapts to what you feed it. Your spirit adapts to what you tolerate. The 5% keep demanding more from life, and life keeps giving more back. What this means for you. No matter where you're starting today, strong or shaky, independent or assisted, confident or discouraged, you are not done. You can build strength. You can stretch your mind. You can reconnect emotionally. You can choose joy. You can tackle something new that scares you, excites you, or both. Every one of these 5 abilities is plastic, changeable, trainable. And you don't need perfection, you just need the willingness to start. There's something powerful about realizing that aging doesn't close the book. It simply flips the page. You're not behind, you're not late, you're right on time. Closing message. If you're over 80 and still doing even one of these 5 things, you're already extraordinary. If you're doing 2 or 3, you're among the rarest group of all. People who refuse to let age define the size of their life. And if you're doing all 5, you're carrying a torch the world desperately needs to see. But the real point is this. More people could do these things if they were simply told they still can. So here's your reminder. You can. You can grow. You can move. You can feel. You can learn. You can live with joy that has nothing to do with youth and everything to do with choice. Aging doesn't limit you. It reveals you. And you are far from finished.